Hey, how are you guys doing? Okay, so what I am attempting to do is actually stream on YouTube and then stream into this group. It's a lot of things that I have to navigate around in order to accomplish that. But anyway, the reason why I am here is because I wanted to show you all how to maximize your opportunity and get the most out of the summit. One of you even messaged me. Hold up 1 second. One of you even messaged me and said, hey, what do we do and how do we prepare for the summit? And I'm gonna be honest, the most important thing for you to do is just to get into a mindset to be open to receive and to be open to listen. But there are some tools that have been created to help you maximize this opportunity with the summit. And that is a workbook that I have created. And so I'm not going to take all day, just give me a second, please. I want to take the time to show you all exactly what this is and how it will help you get the most out of the summit. Because not every last single interview is in here, but 25 of the 35 interviews are inside of this workbook. And what I have done is taken the interviews, and so that they basically are not entertainment, but they become a part of you and help you look at the principles for yourself. I've dissected every single interview and broken it down into questions for you to answer for yourself. So give me 1 second and I'm going to share my screen. This workbook is is something that I've been incorporating into my summit since day one. So here we go, the No More Trauma workbook. You're going to actually receive this as a PDF if you upgrade it to the All Access Pass. Okay, and I'm going to give you some options. For some of you all may not want to upgrade, but you may still want this workbook. So here you go. No More Trauma. Okay, you got the workbook itself, and it's actually really nice, professionally published. It's a great work of art. We're going to go through, got a nice welcome in there, just welcoming you to the summit and giving you a little info on how to use the workbook. So we're going to go, it's a clickable PDF. So if you click on Dr. Camille's section, you're going to get there. So Dr. Camille's section is called Rebirth After Financial and Spiritual Trauma. So here goes some of the questions that are in there. It says, Camille is a brilliant, gifted woman coming out of a financially abusive marriage. Could have taken her out. Instead, she experienced a spiritual rebirth. If you met her, this statement would seem obscure. As we learn on her journey, take time to reflect and make sure you don't have a form of godliness rather than a relationship. So the first question is, are you surviving or thriving spiritually? And a lot of these questions will make more sense as you listen to the interview. Some of them, the context needs to be shaped in the interview. Do you feel like you're getting mixed messages? Do you feel somewhat disconnected? Do you feel the unconditional, incomprehensible love of God? If the previous three questions stirred up thoughts of uncertainty, can you truly say you know how to love and attract a healthy relationships? Write out any reflective thoughts. Now, there's much more to her section. As you can see, I'm passing through. The next person, Charmaine Fuller, the impact of no childhood and premature adulthood. Were you a latchkey kid? If not, were you left home alone at an early age? Were too many responsibilities placed on you at a young age? Are you raising your children under the faulty premise of playing their part / carrying their weight? Da, 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 da. In what ways did your upbringing leave you in a position to raise yourself? What childhood experiences have framed your opinions on the appropriate levels of responsibilities for children? When feeling alone and unwanted, how did you overcompensate for attention or affection? Keep kind of going through. Here's another speaker. Natasha was in Hurricane Katrina. Natural disasters can shake you at the core, and something as simple as rain can become an emotional trigger. Regardless of how major or minor, what form of natural disaster / act of God have you experienced? Take a moment and reflect. After striving to live a good, truly God-fearing life, do you feel disconnected or not totally fully connected? What do you perceive is the connection issue? Do TV shows or movie scenes provoke you emotionally? Write out the scene and how it makes you feel. So you can see we're talking about a lot of different things in this interview. Kind of go skip to a couple of other speakers. Fatherless. This section is highly sensitive. A fatherless daughter is a woman who grew up in a home with an unattached, unavailable, or absent father. Also, if you had a great dad, and there was a moment in time when he wasn't there for you and you experienced a high level of disappointment, I still encourage you to review the questions based on that experience. If you are a man reading this section, still move forward. Some of the questions have been altered for you. What was your father physically there but not emotionally available? Expound on what that looked like when you grew up. If your biological father wasn't there, did you have a stepdad? What void did you still experience? And so on and so forth. And I'm going to stop right there. But the bottom line is, like I said, the interviews have been taken apart, they've been dissected. And it's so that you can begin to ask yourself questions and truly examine, like, what in the world went on in my life? And you can begin to identify areas of trauma that you didn't necessarily know were there. Now, some of you may not want to upgrade to the All Access Pass. I have no idea why, because the benefits are through the roof. But if you want to get yourself in position prior to the summit, you can order it on Amazon for those of you that would like a print copy. And it is beautiful. Unfortunately, the light is gleaming on it. Look at all of the beautiful people that are represented in there. And it's just what you see on the PDF. It's what you see on the PDF and all of the questions in there. This is 111 pages of thought-provoking questions and things to challenge you in the way that you're believing and thinking about life and your circumstances. So if you want to prep for the summit, that's that one little thing that you can do. Go ahead and get your all access pass. Make sure when you get that all access pass that you read that first email, because it will have this in there. No, I have to apologize in advance. I will not personally email them to you. I will not send them through Messenger. The honest to goodness expectation is that all of you will honor um, the commitment and keep the workbook to yourself, and not, don't disclose it as proprietary information, and each one should, support the business in order to keep people like me here, because it took a lot of work to make that. I can re-forward the original email address to you, but there won't be any links in here and so on and so forth, because initially this is a free event. And so that is only an option for people that actually upgraded and got the all access pass. If you need the link to do that and you haven't done it yet, I can give that to you. And it's once again in the first emails, you have options to get it. Or I'm also going to put the link in the comments if you'd like to just order the copy. And some people, even though they got the all access pass, they're like, I love things in print. And look at us, strongest together. Got Africa on the back. But anyway, so yeah, that's it. So I just want to come in and share that with you all. Really excited about everything. We're getting closer and closer. We're still just a little bit over a week out. For those of you that have friends that you know that signed up with you, if you haven't noticed that they've come over here, please tell them to make sure they read that first email, follow that link, and come and join us over here. In the meantime and in between time, I want to thank you guys for everything. And this is going to be a great time. Oh, last thing. If you haven't looked at the preview yet, a reel has been created of the opening ceremony. This is going to be something completely different. It is a thought-provoking, soul-resurging performance with poetry, singing, acting, the whole nine. And so we're going to start it off in an amazing way. The more of you all that can make it, for those of you that truly line up with the vision and mission, please be there with us and be prepared to share, and let's get the word out on the street so we can help our community heal from all of these different various forms of trauma that a lot of us didn't even know that we had. All right. So I love you guys. I'm out. Deuces.